Couple updates. One is that, as you all know, the MSBA Board of Directors voted last Wednesday, April 26th, to advance our high school proposal. And what that means is that the town and district will collaborate with MSBA on working towards the best solution to problems identified in our high school statement of interest. The feasibility study, we've talked about this a lot here, includes everything from documenting existing conditions to generating a space summary, establishing design parameters, and then very importantly, developing and evaluating the keyword renovation and construction options. It takes roughly 18 to 24 months to complete. It doesn't, invitation into this phase does not guarantee that we'll end up with a project, right? But this is the core of the work. At the end of this 18 to 24 months, we will have presumably worked with our community for that entire time period to determine what is feasible, hence the term, for North Attleboro. And whether it's a new building, a renovation, expansion, or nothing. The first step in the entire process, and it's required, is to hire an owner's project manager. That's probably the most important part of this process, because we're going to hire our partner, right? That person, the professional who's going to guide us through the next, let's say, 6 years of design and presumably construction. So the OPM will be hired or selected by the school building committee. I actually sent an email about a couple hours ago, but we're planning to have a school building committee meeting next week. We need to identify a OPM selection subcommittee, and then the work will begin. I expect that, trying to think, Katie, if I'm clear about this, there's a lot of steps we have to go through, but it's likely that in September, mid-September, we'll have our OPM contract signed. So just to give people an idea of the timeline.
So, John, I'm sorry, just to clarify.
Yep.
The OPM gets assigned first, and then the feasibility study starts, or vice versa?
So we're officially in the feasibility study phase.
We're in the phase, right?
One of the first things we do during that phase is to hire an OPM.
Okay, but they don't do any land surveying or anything like that until the OPM's in place?
Yeah, there's no actual action.
So no action until at least mid-September 23?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And in fact, I don't know the timeline for the next step, but one of the things we'll do right after that is to go through designer selection. That's when we go hire an architect.
Sure.
That process is even more complex because it's not just us making that decision. I think it's like a 15-member designer selection committee. 12 of those members come from MSBA, and we participate with the OPM. So yeah, a lot of work to do. But you're right. No actual work will be done for a while. Okay.